Mr. Speaker, it's a real honor for me to be speaking on behalf of my residents of the riding of Davenport on the agreement on security cooperation between Canada and Ukraine. Many people might not know, but within my riding of Davenport, there used to be fairly significant Ukrainian population. I actually went to grade school there. I went to Ukrainian school. It's called Święto Józefata. It's still there. The church is still there. The community's largely moved away, but I know they would be very, very proud of the contribution that Canada has been making and continues to make to Ukraine. So, Mr. Speaker, as we all know, Ukrainians have been defending themselves from Russia's full-scale invasion for over 2 years now. And as we're all aware, they need coordinated global support more now than ever. A resilient, democratic, and prosperous Ukraine is vital for stability and security in Europe and around the world. Today, I'm going to focus on how Canada has responded through steadfast support to Ukraine, a coordinated approach to sanctions, and strong diplomatic leadership on the issue of forceful transfer of Ukrainian children. Mr. Speaker, since Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, Canada has continued to work in close collaboration with Ukraine, as well as our other partners, to provide comprehensive and multifaceted support. President Zelensky and Prime Minister Trudeau have reaffirmed the strength and importance of our bilateral relationship time and time again.
Order. Just the honourable member knows we shouldn't be mentioning the last names of members. And it's been in a number of the speeches tonight, so I just want to make sure that those are coming after they can sort of cross that out and put in the correct thing, so just make sure. The honourable member for Davenport.
My apologies, Mr. Speaker. Thank you. President Zelensky and our Prime Minister have reaffirmed the strength and importance of our bilateral relationship time and time again, including during the President's visit in September and his address to this House on February 24, 2024, just a few weeks ago, when our Prime Minister, Deputy Prime Minister, and Minister of National Defense visited Kyiv to mark 2 years since Russia's full-scale invasion. They were reminded once again of the bravery and resolve of the Ukrainian people. This visit culminated in the historic signing of the Canada-Ukraine Strategic Security Partnership, which commits Canada to provide an additional $3.2 billion in critical macroeconomic and military assistance to Ukraine in 2024 and frames our cooperation for the next 10 years. Mr. Speaker, this brings Canada's total committed support to date to $13.3 billion since 2022. This includes over $4 billion in military assistance, $7.4 billion in financial assistance to support Ukraine's macroeconomic stability, and many other forms of support. On security and stabilization since 2022, Canada has committed over $198 million in security and stabilization funding, including projects on demining, reducing threats from nuclear and radiological materials and chemical weapons, as well as countering disinformation. Mr. Speaker, the members of this House have often highlighted the importance of coordinating sanctions. And since 2014, Canada has imposed sanctions on more than 2,900 individuals and entities in Russia, Belarus, Moldova, and Ukraine. Canada has also implemented targeted restrictions against Russia and Belarus in the financial sector, in trades, for goods and services, in energy, and in transport sectors. We have also implemented export control measures, prohibiting the issuance of new permit applications and revoking valid permits to export controlled military, strategic, and dual-use items to Russia. These measures, taken in coordination with our partners, are having an impact on the Russian economy and are expected to be cumulative and increase in significance over time. Canada will continue to work with partners to address loopholes, increase the cost of the war for Russia, and prevent sanctions, evasion, circumvention, and backfilling. Mr. Speaker, the final issue that I want to address today is the unlawful deportation and forced transfer of Ukrainian children. Since Russia's full-scale invasion, thousands of Ukrainian children have been deported, forcibly transferred, or otherwise displaced from the territory of Ukraine to the temporarily occupied territories of Russia and Belarus. Our Minister of Foreign Affairs was clear. Children cannot be used as pawns of war, and that is why, Mr. Speaker, our government launched the International Coalition for the Return of Ukrainian Children, a joint initiative with our Ukrainian friends and allies to coordinate efforts to address the illegal transfer of children to Russia. I know I have to wrap up, so I will just conclude in saying Canada will continue to stand both today and always, with the government and people of Ukraine on the path to victory and recovery. Thank you. I slava Ukraini.